In a turn of events that sent ripples across the globe, Harvey Weinstein's 2020 rape conviction in New York was overturned. This is not just another chapter in the saga of the disgraced Hollywood mogul, but a dramatic twist that has sparked heated debate worldwide. The New York Court of Appeals, in a narrow 4-3 ruling, argued that Weinstein's trial was marred by the introduction of witnesses whose allegations were unrelated to the charges at hand. This, they contended, amounted to an unfair trial, with Weinstein being judged for past behavior, not the case in question. As a result, they've ordered a new trial, a decision that has stirred a cauldron of mixed reactions. On one hand, the silence breakers, advocates for the victims, have labeled this decision as profoundly unjust, a sentiment echoed by legal representatives for the victims. Weinstein's legal team, on the other hand, have hailed this as a victory for the fundamental principles of a fair trial. As the dust settles on this controversial decision, the question remains, what comes next for Harvey Weinstein? To understand the gravity of this decision, we must first take a step back to where it all began. In 2017, accusations against Harvey Weinstein, the once celebrated Hollywood mogul, surfaced, igniting a wildfire of outrage and sparking the emergence of the #MeToo movement. These allegations brought to light the pervasive issue of sexual abuse, not only in Hollywood but far beyond its glimmering facade. Weinstein's legal battles began in earnest, with trials held in 2 states, New York and California. In the Empire State, Weinstein was charged with sexual assault and rape, leading to a conviction and subsequent sentence of 23 years. This was a significant victory for the #MeToo movement, signaling a shift in the way such crimes were handled within the criminal justice system. However, the saga didn't end there. Weinstein also faced trial in sunny California, where he was accused of raping an Italian model and actress. The jury sided with the prosecution, resulting in a 16-year sentence for Weinstein. This conviction remains intact, despite the recent upheaval in New York. But Weinstein's legal troubles aren't confined to American soil. Across the pond, he's facing charges of indecent assault in the United Kingdom. All the while, Weinstein remains incarcerated at Mohawk Correctional Facility in New York, having been extradited to Los Angeles to stand trial. With one conviction overturned, the weight of Weinstein's actions rests heavily on the remaining California sentence. The court's decision has sparked concerns about the potential implications for survivors of sexual violence. Some legal experts are worried that this ruling could set a precedent that might impede the progress made by survivors within the criminal justice system. Judge Madeline Singas, one of the dissenting voices on the bench, expressed her apprehension that the decision could potentially undermine the hard-won strides made by survivors of sexual violence. The ruling has also stirred up concerns about the potential impact on future cases. Will this decision discourage victims from coming forward? Will it embolden defendants to appeal convictions on similar grounds? These are questions that the legal community and society at large are grappling with in the wake of this decision. Enter the silence breakers. This group, representing Weinstein's victims, has been at the forefront of the fight against sexual violence. They've voiced their disappointment, labeling the decision as profoundly unjust. They see the decision to retry Weinstein as a step backward, a tragic reversal in the fight for justice. But it's not all doom and gloom. The court's decision has also sparked a renewed commitment to the pursuit of justice. The silence breakers, undeterred by the court's ruling, have reiterated their unwavering support for survivors everywhere. They've pledged to continue advocating for change, for a world where survivors are heard, believed, and treated with the fairness and respect they deserve. The reaction to the court's decision serves as a stark reminder that the fight against sexual violence is far from over. It underscores the need for continued advocacy, for steadfast support of survivors, and for a judicial system that treats all parties with fairness and respect. While the legal battle continues, the fight for justice and change remains stronger than ever. The future is uncertain for Weinstein as he faces the prospect of a retrial in New York. The weight of this decision falls heavily on the shoulders of Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. As a beacon of justice, his office must navigate the precarious path between honoring the principles of a fair trial and ensuring that victims of sexual violence receive the justice they deserve. The commitment to survivors is unwavering, with Bragg's office expressing a determination to pursue the case further. Across the Atlantic, Weinstein is also facing charges of indecent assault in the United Kingdom. This adds to the complexity of his legal entanglements and further emphasizes the global scale of the allegations against him. The impact of these charges, and how they'll interplay with the potential retrial in New York, remains to be seen. In the meantime, Weinstein remains incarcerated. His current residence is the Mohawk Correctional Facility in New York, a stark contrast to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood where he once reigned. His fall from grace serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of abuse, even for those who once seemed untouchable. His lawyer, Arthur Idola, sees the recent decision to overturn Weinstein's conviction as a victory, a reinforcement of the principles of a fair trial. But for the victims and their representatives, it's a setback, a tragic twist in the pursuit of justice and accountability. The battle is far from over. The Silence Breakers, the group representing Weinstein's victims, remain steadfast in their commitment to change and their unwavering support for survivors everywhere. Their fight is a testament to the strength and resilience of those who refuse to be silenced. As we wait for the next chapter in Harvey Weinstein's legal saga, the world watches with bated breath, hoping for justice and accountability.